Hey, gun people. Hi, buddy. Say hello to gun people. Mr. T, say hello to gun people. Like, shut up, you big dummies firing guns in my ears. I don't want to hear that crap. Okay, so this is like the third freaking truck I've had on this in the last week. So let me explain why I've got different vehicles. Because people are like, did you sell your truck? I ain't happy with stinking Ford right now. So I did that video to where I put in that kill switch and they cut the starter wire. Vehicle was working great for 3 weeks. My Ford truck has always kind of had this flashing dash kind of, it seemed like something was wrong. It said it needs to run a check. Then it said the battery was on battery saver and I couldn't get it off. And so there's always been kind of little things. I come out sometimes and my mirror's changed and I'm thinking, oh, the cat jumped on it. So I get in my truck, I'm out, get in my truck, turn the key, nothing happens, completely dead. Dash doesn't work, nothing works. I know I just got a brand new diehard battery, so I'm like, all right, what the hell's going on? So I'm thinking, well, maybe it's that switch they just put in. So anyway, I call the Ford dealerships, I get the car towed, cost me $100 to get it towed. I get over there, I rent a car, and they bring it in there and say, you know what, it was the switch. We took the switch off, and the switch shorted out something, and as soon as we took the switch off, it worked great. The wind's picking up. Wasn't blowing at all 2 seconds ago, and now I'm out here filming, and now it's picking up. So don't be crying about the wind noise. So I get my truck out, and I'm like, okay, they fixed it. It was that stupid wire. So I go back, and I complain to the people who put it in. They give me my money back for the switch. I'm thinking, all right, whatever, not the best thing. 2 or 3 weeks later, I go to get in my car. I'm parked out somewhere else. Try to get in the car, doesn't work. And what happens with Fords, because of all these electronics, when your electronic panel, your dash goes out, your system can't talk to all the other systems, so it shuts down everything. I couldn't even get my car out of park and neutral to push it so they could get it towed. So when they towed it the first time, they had to climb underneath it and disconnect something on the side of the transmission, pull something off, switch something so they could switch it into neutral, because the shifter is locked and you can't undo it. Now most shifters have a little thing right here to where you push a screwdriver down and it'll manually unlock it. Well, mine has that. Well, freaking tow companies try to stick it in there, it don't work. I tell Ford, I go, hey, that little depress didn't work, they had to go in the car. He goes, oh yeah, he goes, that's because your system went down, it wasn't getting power. He goes, that little button only works when you have power. If you don't have power, you got to get underneath the car to get it out of park and disconnect the transmission. I'm like, who was a freaking scientist that figured that shit out? What did y'all pay him? So, first tow, great, they fix it, they charge $200. 2 or 3 weeks later, same exact issue. No kill switch, it's been removed, so I'm like, you guys told me it was a kill switch. I don't think it was a kill switch. I think it was something else. Now this is 500 miles after my warranty ran out on a 50,000 mile warranty. So, so they get it back in there, they look around, they do some tests, they go, man, we got to replace your power control module, PCM. He goes, it's not holding a memory. He goes, each system, he goes, the cars used to have one little module to where it would monitor your blinker system and your lights and your transmission and your radio and your computer, and it would all come to this one area. And he goes, now what Ford has done is we got fancy, and now each system has its own little mind that communicates with everybody and gets checked, and then they all talk to another system. Well, one of my systems, the PCM, whatever the hell that is, went out, and he goes to me $900 to fix it. I'm going, are you kidding me? $900? You just charged me $200, told me it was a switch, and now, so they go, well, you know what, since we switched it before, you were inconvenienced and everything, here's what we're gonna do. Your warranty is good for $60,000 on the PCM if it's emissions related. So if it's emissions related, it's under warranty and they'll pay for it. But this is, we're not sure, we can't tell if it's emission related, and we know it's just going out. So he goes, what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to file a claim with Ford to say it's emission related. If they pay it, we'll give you your $300 back. And if they don't, because we try to fix it, we'll pick up the rest of the $900. I'm like, all right, that sounds fair. So they paid for the rental car, they paid for the tow. I paid them $300 and they fixed it, got it back. Works fine. Thanks for coming. Less than like 5 days later, I got another damn rental car. The thing, I'm in the parking lot. I turn the key, dash out, everything. Same exact thing. I'm like, are you kidding me? Now this time I noticed, maybe there's some Ford people, electronic people that watch this channel or something. So this time when I got in the car, my car was in reverse. I guess when I shoved it in there, I was drinking, getting out of the car, going into the sporting goods store, and I didn't shove it all the way in the park, it just went to reverse. So when I come back out, I get in the car, I stick the key and I turn it, and a light comes on and says, you have to put your car in park before it'll start. And I looked down like an idiot. Well shit, it's in reverse, no wonder. I put it in park, turn the key, does the exact same thing. So I don't know if that being in reverse. So when I tell the manager at the Ford dealership this, he goes, how'd you get your key out when it wasn't in park? I go, I turn it and pull it out. He said, that shouldn't happen. He says, you shouldn't be able to get your key out unless it's in park. I go, I'm not telling you how it happened. I'm just telling you. I took my key out. When I got back in, it said it was in reverse. So now they have my car again. And they're trying to figure out what's wrong. So here's what I got talking to the people that rent the car at the Ford place. They go, dude, man, we tow a lot of those 150s. They've got a whole bunch of electronic issues. They're always in here. We tow a lot. And I go, really? He goes, yeah. And he goes, evidently what Ford has done is they got their cars all fancy with all this electrical stuff. Everything's talking, everything's computer, everything's this, that, and that. And they don't know how to work down. And they own this proprietary computer system so nobody else can get in it. So they can charge you at the dealership. And they're the only one that can fix it. And I'm like, well, that's great. If they can design all this computer shit, why can't they design a computer that checks the shit and tells you? So he goes, here's what happens when your computer goes wrong. Something malfunctions in your computer, you get a ground or something, it does a code. And that code, when our technicians look at it, they turn to the page, they look at the code, and it says, do this to fix it. So they go down the checklist, they do what it says to fix it. If that doesn't fix it, they send an email to some engineer propeller heads up in Florida somewhere, and they get an email and they go, hey, here's the problem, we tried to check, it's not fixing it, what do we do? And then some engineer propeller head spins up his propeller and goes, oh, well, let's try this, let's try this. So if they can't fix it over email with the engineer up there, then Ford has engineers that actually go out and they put hands on the car. They go, if our engineers can't fix it with the computer, we're going to send an engineer out to the Ford dealership and actually put hands on the car to fix the electrical issue. So this has been going on and growing. And as I'm reading blogs, there's all kind of issues with Ford and their electronics. So then Ford got so busy and they didn't have enough technicians to go out and put hands on, they pulled the people who were on the propeller heads working the computers to answer, and they made them responders. So now there's nobody or just one or two people answering emails. So now they got cars sitting in the shop for 3 and 4 weeks waiting for a reply to an email before they can even get somebody to come out with hands on. And people are wondering why people are pissed off at Ford. Now I've already heard all the damn jokes, found on the road, dead, fix or repair daily, all that other shit. Look, I don't remember ever owning a Ford. I've owned a bunch of cars, Pontiac, Nissan, BMW, Dodge. I mean, I've owned a whole bunch of cars in my life. I think this might be my first Ford. I'm not impressed. But I also know there's a lot of people that's had Fords and they swear by them. And I had a Dodge and I didn't have no stinking problems whatsoever. 150,000 miles, that thing ran great, never a single problem. I know people that hate Dodge and say they're pieces of shit, and you should have a GMC. And GMC says they're pieces of shit, you should have a Chevy. So I understand this loyalty branding kind of crap, but man, Ford and the dealership, the tow company goes, we tow more 150s than we do 250s and 350s. So he goes, the problem must be with the 150s because they're doing it. If anybody's got any idea what this is, if there's some sort of class action thing out there that's going on, I'm like, I paid all this freaking money for a truck, and now every time I turn it off, I start sweating like, damn, hope this sucker starts when I get back in. I mean, that's just freaking ridiculous. And you can't fix it? You've had it 3 freaking times? So Ford's not on my happy list. I got the horses all jacked up. They're like, dude, who are you yelling at over there? He must be talking about that damn Ford truck. Alright, so that's why I keep getting these other vehicles parked underneath there. You guys are like, what happened to your Ford? Did you get a new car? Why are you driving a mom van? All that other crap. Alright, we'll end that there. Damn Ford.